good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us at Saturday morning today at the 69th episode of Gyaniki Tech Talk session. So today with us, Mr. Saket Dongre. He is a founder and CEO of ASTRIX EV. So just a bit, I talk about the background of Saket. He is from mechanical engineering background. He have 10 plus years of experience in mobility space and education scaling side. So he is leading the company Astrix EV. Astrix EV is in EV retrofitment side and e-learning in India. So, welcome Saket Dongre to our Gyaniki Tech Talk session 69th episode. So, today he will talk about the retrofitment landscape in India. What is the unexplored part that we don't know about the retrofitment? So, he will light something experience, whatever he get throughout his journey. So, welcome once again, Saket. Now you can take over the session with you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Arpan. Before we proceed, I want to know that about the audience, that whether they are student, whether they are professionals or
Yeah.
startup founders. So,
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, our audience comes from the industry side. There is very less participant who are from the student. Maximum the participants are from colleges, the startup companies, the industry representatives. Mostly are from that background itself.
okay. I have a question to the entire audience. What do you think about electric vehicle in India? Whether it is going to boom a lot or what is going on? What are your thoughts? Anyone can unmute and just, share your views. What do you think about electric vehicles in India?
Audience, you can unmute yourself and reply to our speaker question. Anyone, anyone from audience? Pranjal Sharma, Lucky Sharma, Kalaivani, anyone?
Sir, this is Kalaivani.
Okay.
Sir, actually, electric vehicles is booming, but infrastructure and ecosystem of development of electric vehicle it is not that much of sufficient in our country. I think this is a scenario of our country.
Okay, so we are lacking in infrastructure for EVs. Okay, this is one point. Any other?
Actually, sir, myself, Aravind, I'm see the best part of EV is it is useful for a long running people like me because I'm traveling around 200 kilometers daily. So if we travel an IC
Okay.
engine vehicle, it will cost around 1,000 to 2,000 bucks. But if we travel an EV, most of the money which we spend for fuel, it will be cut off. That is
What you
main
said, it
advantage.
is, yeah, the point which you said, it is really interesting, and we are going to do some calculation of this point, that really EVs are
Yes,
expensive or not, or how much
yes,
if I invest, if I want to buy some electric four-wheeler, how much cost it will be, and how much in how much time we are going to get the return. So, folks, I want that, you should also unmute yourself and interact so that we can have a very good session. And there are a lot of things which I would like to share in the coming time. So today's topic is India's unexplored billion-dollar EV market, which is the retrofitment. So retrofitment basically it means that converting the existing vehicle to EV. in terms of electric vehicle segment. So we are going to discuss about this topic, like, why people are not opting for retrofitment, why companies are not opting for retrofitment, and how big this market is, and what are the opportunities available in this retrofitment. Retrofitment is available for two-wheeler, three-wheeler, four-wheelers, then heavy-duty vehicles also. So, before we proceed, I would like to share something about myself. So, I'm a mechanical engineer, as even Arpan told you. So, I have been racing since 2016, been a professional racing driver. And then later on, I switched myself from racing to providing sessions to student, then into retrofitment. Then I realized that how big this retrofitment market is, and what things we need to do into the retrofitment. So my entrepreneurial journey started with Shark Tank India season one, where I was able to make myself till auditions with just an idea that I want to convert two-wheelers into electric. But this retrofitment kit will be such that a single kit will be sufficient to retrofit any variant motorcycle below 200 cc, like from 100 cc to 200 cc, whichever variant it is. Just one kit is sufficient for that. So for that project, I have received Dr. Ambedkar Young Entrepreneur Award from the central government. Then again from uh, American Society of Mechanical Engineer, I got Fan Favorite Award at iShow India. Then I keep on provide speeches on this segment also. I have manufactured, designed various race cars also. But right now, all my aim is like providing affordable and economical solution to the Indian, and that transport should be like it should be जो अपने Indian roads है, we know how they are. So it should be rough, it should be robust, and it should be durable. So that's all my mission is, and that's what I'm doing in Astrix. Now, when I say it's a $1 billion market, so if you go to Vahan portal, Vahan 4 dashboard, so you will get the entire data of registered vehicles. So you can see till date, almost 40 crores of vehicles are registered. And if you look at this vehicle category and total number of vehicles registered over there, you will find two-wheeler non-transport, almost 30 crores motorcycles are registered as of now. So when you will sort these, you will get to know which type of vehicle is registered at what number. Now, I just want to ask you, how much time it has taken for the Indian automotive market to get this number of 40 crores vehicle? Any idea
It
how
will take uh, 5 years minimum. Minimum 5 years, 3 to 5
no,
years minimum.
more than that, not 3 to 5 years.
You can keep like randomly 10 to 15 years.
Okay.
Uh,
Do you have any idea how many two-wheelers are sold every year? Like what was the number of two-wheelers sold in 2000, and what is the number of two-wheelers sold right now?
Right now, it is around 23 million.
Okay. So the number is gradually increasing. And do you know which is the most sold motorcycle in India even today?
Bajaj,
Which model?
Chetak model, I think 2304.
That Bajaj scooter.
Yes, Chetak Electric.
Just don't focus only on electric, focus on the entire two-wheeler.
Okay.
Any idea? Or, I will just revise this question.
This is
Which
Honda
is
Activa.
which was your
I think Hero Honda Splendor.
yes, Hero Splendor. It is the most sold motorcycle again till date. Why people are opting Splendor?
because of the gas
You know,
mileage. Yeah.
okay, mileage is very good. The first one again.
Liability.
Do you know any of your friends who are still using Splendor? It's been more than, I guess, 15 years or even 20 years. Still they are using. Are there
Yes,
people around you?
yes.
I think the
So
durability of the vehicle is good. I think so. Maybe.
durability is amazing of that vehicle, and still people are using that. Do you know what is the cost of Splendor if you want to buy second hand? Is it
It's
easily
around
available?
Yeah.
So how much it is going to cost?
Near about 15 to 20,000.
Okay. So the cost of second hand Splendor is 15 to 20,000. Let's consider 20,000. Now, if you want to convert to electric, the same Splendor, what do you think? How much is going to cost of that retrofitment of the same Splendor,
50,000.
and how much range you are going to get in
Maybe 200
50,000?
maximum.
How 200?
80 to 100.
Okay, 80 to 100. Uh, what do you think? How much can be the size of the battery pack?
2 kilowatt or 2 to 3 kilowatt.
Okay. And what do you think? When we talk about Hero Splendor, people generally three people are sitting, four people are sitting. It is carrying a lot of load. So assume that three people are going to sit on the Hero Splendor, and average weight is considered 16, so total weight is 180 kilograms. So what do you think? What will be the specification of the motor, or how should be the specification of the motor so that it can carry this much amount of weight?
will be around three inside 3 kilowatt will be sufficient to carry 180
Okay,
kg approximately 3 to 4 kilowatt
okay.
approximately.
So if you talk about 3 kilowatt of BLDC motor or hub motor, how much it is going to cost us?
Cost will be around 20 within uh, 12K to 15K, I think. So the cost of the motor inside that of 3
So
kilowatt.
motor plus controller, it will be approximately near about 20,000.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Yes.
So 20,000 is for motor and controller.
Yeah.
And what about the rest component? How much it is going to cost us?
Cost of battery pack will be around 15,000, I think so, minimum. Because if we are going for lithium, definitely we have to pay a minimum amount of 15,000 for
Okay.
3 to 4 kilowatt. I think it will go more than that, I think so.
Okay. So we have done with motor, we are done with controller, battery. So retrofitment is just like, assembling all these component, or is there something else which we are missing to convert this Hero Splendor to electric?
Mechanics, my balance, what is called, because engine weight is maintained with the balance also. What is called
So vehicle
center of gravity
dynamics
like that.
of that, yeah, vehicle dynamics of that vehicle is very important because that vehicle is made for that engine, not for the battery and motor. So obviously center of gravity is very important for us to manage. But again, my question to you all is like, generally around 90,000 to 1 lakh, we are going to get a Splendor as of now. If you want to pay 50,000 for 80 kilometers, would you invest, or would you prefer to buy a new electric motorcycle or new different motorcycle?
Question. Again,
As a
Yes,
common man idea, what people will think, we can go for a new vehicle. Why we have to spend for retrofitment? We can go for a new vehicle which costs around 1 lakh to 1 lakh 15,000. As a common man mindset, I'm talking. As an engineer, we can think differently. As a common mindset, people they will think like this. We can go for a new vehicle like that.
exactly. So, when I say I want to convert, if I'm a normal person, not that much techy about EVs and all, my point will be like, why should I convert this existing vehicle to electric by paying only 50,000? If I put again 50,000 over there, I can get a very good electric vehicle. That will be my point, right?
Yes, yes,
But
yes.
when you see cities like Mumbai, Bangalore, Pune, Delhi, all these metropolitan cities, do you realize the traffic issues over there? How big traffic congestions happen if we want to go 10 to 15 kilometers, that much distance, how much time we take? It is huge, right?
Right.
Yes,
Now
right.
think about these 40 crore vehicles. Does India have that much infrastructure to add more vehicles on the road? Or do Indians have that much infrastructure to scrap all these vehicles and bring new vehicle?
No. Uh, Government can't do uh, this type of scrapping policy suddenly. It will take more time, and this much vehicle, if you put for a scrap, it is impossible. Then
It
what
is
government will do?
impossible.
Suddenly, yes, suddenly they try to convert a normal vehicle into retrofit, like buses or this old Maruti vehicles. Because I'm in driving school side. Many people coming here for the fitness certification and re-registration. So what happened? Obviously, it will create big trauma there. So the government will come for retrofitment. This is my small idea actually.
Yes, exactly. This is the point. And recently in Delhi, what government has said is like to ban the vehicles if it is aging above 15 years. There will be cameras in the petrol station. They will be checking the numbers. If it is more than 15 years, the petrol station won't give you petrol. So recently it has happened, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So what
For
do you
this the
think, guys?
same issue.
Yes, 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 please.
Yeah, the same issue will come not only in Delhi, all over India. Now government is trying to block re-registration policy all over the India within 5 years. So this is going to be a big trouble all over the India actually. So I think this is
Exactly.
a retrofitment will push the EV market parallelly.
So this is, why I have said you all these things because when we talk about retrofitment, the cost of retrofitment, it's not, not affordable when we talk about the common man because the common man is going to think instead of converting my existing vehicle, which is already old, I should go for the retrofitment. I will directly invest more money and I will go for the new vehicle. But when we talk about the government policies and whatever the reality is going on, even if you want to buy a good Ather or a good Olam right now, we have to pay more than 1.5 lakhs. Is it the reality?
Yes.
So why people
Yeah,
will,
but
the
15,
question is
15
why
years is
people,
not an ideal time. Like that is can be actually extended. Normally, all the engine vehicles 15 years is can run more than that, and it is not polluting. So government also provides some subsidies if you are doing if we have this type of retrofitting things, then government also should invest on subsidies. If they are ready, they are scrapping in 15 years, then they should have another alternative option to retrofit. Then they should provide government should provide some subsidies on this.
yes, they should provide. And if government provides subsidy on the retrofitment, obviously retrofitment is going to boom. But do you realize one thing? If you want to start a retrofitment business and if you are successful in that, are you going to slow down the business of these OEM who are manufacturing new vehicle? Is it going to happen?
No,
There will be much
actually, see,
competition. They will OEM have invest more on R&D, and they should reduce the price, because right now the competition is less, so the price is bit high. So there is retrofit market is parallelly running, and new vehicle OEMs is launching new vehicles. Then the market is having much competition, and there is a subsidies from the government side for the retrofit. Yeah, then there should be more competition OEM, and they should reduce the price.
So, the
So
point which
parallel,
you
I think this is a
mentioned,
parallel world.
yeah, one point which you have mentioned that, OEM should do more R&D and reduce the price. But what if, I want to ask you again one thing. What if you have developed a good kit which is providing a very good result, and you go to OEM and you say that you don't need to do any kind of R&D. My vehicles, retrofitted vehicles are already running on the road. You are having the expertise of building a vehicle. I will provide you the entire engine. Would this collaboration work?
Yeah,
uh,
this is also perfect scenario. Yes.
I have
If
one small idea in this.
okay,
If we are making OEM is making the vehicle, right, the chassis can able to design by fixing it with engine plus hybridization, right? Hybrid vehicles.
of
Now
course you can
some
do that.
companies which can run both in IC plus small starter motors, which can reduce some idling emissions in the roadside. Because nowadays the hybrid model is coming in India also, in two-wheeler segment also. Will that business will work out in India? Do you have any idea about that?
Yes, it is going to work. But the point is how efficient your retrofitment kit will be. And ret when I say that retrofitment is a billion-dollar market, so you have opportunity to convert 40 crore of vehicle. You can choose any of the segment. So these are the vehicle categories, any of the niche you can target, and you can be the excellent person in that particular niche. I have targeted two-wheeler. The reason I have targeted two-wheeler because Indian two-wheeler market is very huge market, and you can clearly see the number. Two-wheeler non-transport almost 30 crores, and total vehicle is 40 crores. So how big market is two-wheeler? You can even if you see for the four-wheelers, other types of vehicles. So again, these, if you talk about four-wheelers, the average cost of your retrofitment, if for example goes to 1 to 2 lakh rupees, then if there are say certain of 1 crores or 2 crores of four-wheelers running on the road, then calculate that number of vehicles into the cost of your retrofitment kit. That much big is the market. Now, when I today I am situated in Pune, and almost in Pune itself there are almost 3 crores of motorcycle, and it is going to take a lot of efforts to convert all these 3 crores of motorcycle to electric. Even if you consider your own region, and if you are able to build a very good retrofitment kit, and if you are able to target this audience in a very good way, then also you are having a very good market. And there is a big advantage for retrofitment because your the retrofitment kit will be approved vehicle, approved kit to the OEMs, that you can clearly say that, see, these are the vehicles I have retrofitted, and it is already running on road from past 1 year or 2 years or from past 3 years, and it is performing better and people are loving that. Why don't you take my kit and install in your vehicle? Your R&D cost will be reduced, your R&D time will be reduced, and you will be having a proven engine to it. If you want any changes, we can do that. So retrofitment is not only just about converting the vehicle, you can also provide a good solution to the OEMs, because there is, if we skip Ather, Ola, these startups, if you focus on Bajaj, if you focus on Hero, they have already invested a lot in BS6. Already their vehicles are running on road, and now they're shifting from ICE to EV. So when we talk about the organization setup, it takes a lot of efforts, it takes a lot of money also to switch from one segment to another segment. You have to install a lot of machineries over there. So again, there are a lot of things involved. But what if you give a ready-made solution to them? Because while doing retrofitment, you are going to test each and every single thing. So that's why this is a huge market. And the mindset which we people are having is like, what is there in retrofitment? You just have to remove the engine and exhaust and put a battery and motor over there. But it's not just about battery and motor, it's about the vehicle dynamics of the vehicle also. If you are going to put a battery which is weighing at 10 to 20 kgs on the front, how the vehicle is going to behave? Because that vehicle is designed as per the engine, not as per the battery and the motor. So if you do that R&D, if you are able to manage the center of gravity, if you are able to manage the vehicle dynamics of the motorcycle or any kind of vehicle, then you are going to win the game. And it's been almost 5 years I'm working on this retrofitment kit, and we have tested a lot in various conditions, and we got to know that if the vehicle dynamics of the motorcycle changes, how it behaves. I would like to share one of my incident. What we have done is like, we have put a lot of weight on the front side. So whenever you are going to, suddenly put front brake, what will happen? Entire mass will shift on the front side, and there are chances of accident a lot. And we have met a lot of accident in these case, and we realize that how crucial it is to manage the center of gravity. Then again, there are people who are doing like they are importing the hub motor from China, and they are changing the rear arm of that vehicle and the entire rear suspension and installing that hub motor over there. But the tendency of people who are using Splendor in India, which is the most sold motorcycle again in today's date, who are these people? What they do? How much weight they do carry? Will that hub motor suitable for that amount of weight? If you talk about 3 kilowatt of motor, do you really think 3 kilowatt of motor is sufficient to carry that much amount of weight? What do you guys think? Who are the audience of Hero Splendor? Can you tell me?
Hmm. I think no one using. Arvind, you are?
Yeah, I'm using for my driving school. It is good for doing some test drive and good endurance for the just now I bought Splendor for my driving school work. It is good vehicle actually. Plus, it can give more range like 70 to 80 approximately. Plus, if you it is good to drive in all condition. So maintenance also very cheap. Uh, So that is why
Exactly. And
we
if
bought
you,
that vehicle for the schools, for our
yeah,
schools.
if you see, if you go into three-tier cities or villages, you will find Splendor a lot. Again, in cities, all the
Yes, yes.
delivery boys, then salesperson, they are using this Splendor a lot. So,
Yes.
Yeah, but in that retrofit in Chinese product, how long the main thing is criteria, main priority for the Splendor is the mileage and reliability. So if the Chinese kit
reliability,
if you
exactly.
provided, then if we don't get that reliability and mileage, then why would I use it? So we will again stick
It's
back to
useless.
stick back to this engine.
Yeah. So, as we carry on discussion, a lot of things we are going to see, and it is very interesting. Now, let's do some calculations over here. So, you can see two cars. One is Maruti Alto, which is approximately 5 lakhs. Another is Tata Tiago, which is EV, which is approximately 9 lakhs. And you can see clearly what is the running cost. And if you want to, full tank the vehicle, so that I can go 675 kilometers. So it is nearly going to cost me around 2,803. And when we talk about this Tiago, if I do full charge, so it is going to cost me almost 240 rupees. So it may cost a bit more. And the running cost you can see is 4 kilometer and running cost is 1.3 kilometer. Now the question to you all is how much time it is going to take to get all the return on investment. And after that, you only tell me which you are going to prefer, buying a vehicle of 9 lakh or 5 lakh.
EV is actually a one-time investment. Uh, if you take IC engine vehicle, because I have both vehicle, if you take IC engine vehicle, yearly you have to spend 20,000 for maintenance. For fuel, we are spending around per day we will travel 100 kilometers. So we will spend per kilometer is 7 rupees, I think so, for petrol engine. For EV is around 1 to 1.5 rupees. But
Okay.
EV is one-time
And
investment. If you drive daily, EV is very much efficient.
which EV you are having, sir? May I know?
Tata Tiago
Okay.
and BYD Max
So
7.
what about charging?
Charging, if you go for a fast charging, it will cost per kilowatt. It is charging around 22 rupees fast charging. If you go in a house-based charging, it will cost around 10 to 16 rupees.
Okay. And what
So
will take
monthly we are
you to,
yeah.
yeah, what will take to you to install a fast charger at your home?
Not fast charger. We are going for only slow charger only daily. If we are going outside of the city, means Chennai, Bangalore, if we are going, that time we are using fast charger. But home-based charging is recommended for EV actually. If we because slow charging will increase battery life will be good if you do slow charging. This is
Okay,
a
great,
common layman idea actually.
great, exactly. We know all these things because we are a little bit technically sound. But if you are not at all technical
Yes, yes.
sound person, then how you are going to think about this Tata Tiago? Uh, the company will say that install the fast charger because fast charger is going to give a very good margin to the company. Now, if you want to install a fast charger, then you have to check the entire capacity. You have to see whether it is you can implement that fast charger or not. If you can do that, then what are the steps you have to do? How much it is going to cost? So there are a lot of factors involved. But in case of Maruti
Yes, yes.
Alto, it is going to give a very good mileage. You just have to go any petrol station and you just have to refill the petrol. It is very convenient for me.
Yes, yes.
Then what? And it is charging, it is I'm getting this Alto at just around 5 lakhs, 5 to 6 lakh. And if I want to go Tiago, again I have to put 3 to 4 lakhs more over there.
No problem. Now that is correct. But nowadays technology is evolving so fast. Now you can see the new vehicle from China and I think Xiaomi. They launched one vehicle is like it can charge most of the 80% of charge in 8 to 10 minutes. So the technologies are evolving in the EV sector. So battery things and charging infrastructure also evolving. Even nowadays in other countries, in the petrol station also itself there is a charging facilities like like EV charging facilities. In India, that infrastructure is not that evolved, but it is easy to make because all the petrol stations mostly in India is private owned, so they can implement this charging infrastructure inside the petrol station itself. And the technology is evolving, then this charging time also reduce. Nowadays, solid
I
state
totally
batteries
agree
also
with you.
coming.
And also a state called, in Kerala, actually, the government is doing very good thing because there are a lot of charging station in and around Kerala. Most of the people in Kerala are utilizing full benefits of EV, and they are trying to open separate showroom for EV. And infrastructure is very good at Kerala state regarding the EV charging station. Government also spending lot of investment for the EV. Uh, Everywhere in Kerala, I can see because Kerala is near to my state actually. So Like Kerala, other states are building the infrastructure in urban area, urban plus rural area. It will be benefit.
So again, my
Rural
question
development
to
is
you,
must part of it.
yeah, again, I have a question. Like, things are very good. Things are technology is evolving. Every single thing is going our way. You know, but why people are not opting EV again? If we see the sales forecast, you will see increase in the sales of petrol vehicle, not electric vehicle.
Why? Because the range anxiety, that's the main thing. And that's the main thing. And range anxiety means, for example, nowadays 315 kilometers is not enough in Indian cities. That is not enough. And at least minimum to 600 to 700 kilometer mile the range should be required. And there is no proper infrastructure to charge. And the charging time is a little bit high current technology in India. So this is what I said. The technologies are evolving very fast, like AI things. So maybe 1, 2, 3 years, we will get a cheaper option cars in with a very limited charging time, like 10, 15 minutes you can charge at least 80%. So then even I will opt for EV. Currently, you can see the BYD. These companies are investing a lot in the EV segment, and their range also better than our Indian models. So if the
Correct,
technologies evolve, then we will go for EV.
correct. So when the
And
technology will
second,
evolve, yes, yes, please.
and second thing, what happened now? People, layman people, thinking about the fire problem. Fire accident happened recently in my place. There is a fire accident happened in electric bus, Neogo EV, in Trichy Highway. So what happened? People are this. They have a problem of fire incidents. Ola recently, Ola got problem of the fire, and some 2 to 3 electric bus got fire incidents. Because of that, people thinking that our EV will create a fire problem, so we must not buy EV because we don't know when it will become blast. Like that, people have that type of mindset also. This is the layman mindset of people.
No,
They don't.
Exactly.
another problem is that I
That
observed
also one
that
problem.
when, for example, engine vehicle can run for a long time. Like for example, now in the government is fixing like 15 years, but even 50 years and 20 years, I can see vehicle like to 90, the engine vehicle are still runs smoothly. Maybe the mileage 2 or 3 or 5 kilometer less, but still it runs. But EVs, we don't know the guarantee of the battery, how long it will run. And maybe in 8 years for a car, we are investing 8 lakh or 10 lakh car, 8 years life is very limited. So how long this battery will run, and we have a battery we need to replace. The battery cost is almost same as a car, half or 80% of the car cost or vehicle cost. I mean, even so if you consider the scooters. So why we invest some huge amount of money buying a new vehicle, and the battery cost is almost that. And if there's other instead of I can get a bike or whatever vehicle in engine, then that can run for a long, like maybe my 60 years I can run it without proper maintenance. If I do, then it can run, and only very limited mileage will reduce in the overtime. But EVs in 1 year the mileage will reduce very fast, and second year the mileage again goes down because of the temperature, climate, all other the maintenance, how we charge it. This depends.
Correct.
It's
Yes,
become the
exactly.
EV segment become like our mobile phone. Before mobile phone, we use like 5 years, 8 years like that. Nowadays, every 2 years, 3 years, we change our smartphone and get it new one. So that type of it will come like that trend because of the battery
Ex
problem.
exactly. And this is, a really big issue. But what if I give you an offer, like you give me 1 lakh rupees, I will convert your existing Alto to electric such that you can drive more than 300 kilometers. Its life is like around 3 lakh kilometers. Battery life is around 3 lakh kilometers. And I will wash your entire vehicle. I will make it completely new in just 1 lakh rupees.
Yeah, it's okay, but it's not a five-star rating for NCAP. So I will not go for a retrofitting for a basically for a
No, five star
model
rating is
thing.
on the body. That is different, not depend on the engine,
Yeah,
right?
it's it's okay now. And we are adding a battery for that. So it will be very risky. For Alto, it's
What if I
very
tell
risky.
you, what if I tell you it is totally safe, you know, and okay, few things I will tell later on, but I will tell you it is 5 star. There are no issues in that vehicle. Already the vehicle is very much tested and it is going to charge, what are all the safety concerns which you are having that has been already solved by the retrofitment kit. And the feeling which you are going to get, it's like not an engine, but a new car, new electric car in just 1 lakh rupees. Would you give a thought?
The range, how is the range?
Range, it will match the same range like 315 kilometer as of Tata Tiago.
Yeah, if that is the case, yeah, we will think about it. Yeah, there is a thought process.
So there is a possibility, right? That people will think,
I
and if
feel, yeah, I feel yes. If the 1 lakh price range, we can get a retrofit car. Yeah, absolutely.
okay, cool. Now let's see about motorcycle. Again, Splendor. The basic model will come around 77,000 to 90,000 on road price, depending on the various region and insurance and all those things. But the mileage is very good. And the easily available at lower cost is Hilo Electric, I guess Optima, whose range is 89 per charge. Battery capacity is 2 kilowatt hour. Now, from this two motorcycle to this two-wheeler, which vehicle you are going to opt? Imagine you are traveling 100 kilometer every day. Will you go for Splendor or Hero Electric? Consider yourself, you are a delivery boy. You don't have any technical knowledge. But I'm giving you these two options. Which one you will go?
I will go if I said everybody, then I will go for Splendor because 89 kilometer for a battery, I don't trust it because real time mileage might be less. But 870 kilometer, okay, Splendor, we know tested and proved 70, 70, 69, 65, maybe more than 70, I can get it in Splendor. And the charging, the fueling, sorry, yeah, petrol pumps are very nearby anywhere I can get it. Or even if I lose my, like if I forgot to fill the petrol, I can get it by bottle and get filled. But charging it's not possible like that. I cannot get like nowadays we are carrying a battery pack. I cannot carry a power bank with my scooter and charge it, right? So in this as a delivery boy, if I am considered I want to switch to electric or EV, sorry, electric or engine, then I will go opt for Splendor.
Okay, so we have got one vote for Splendor. What about race people? Which vehicle you are going to opt? Splendor or Hero Electric?
Splendor. Basically, Splendor.
Okay,
For 100
two votes
kilometer
for
daily
Splendor.
drive, Splendor.
Okay, so Splendor again. What about others? So clearly, Splendor wins over here. We are not going for this EV. We are going for Splendor. Doesn't matter even I have to pay 200 rupees for 70 for 100 kilometers to drive. But what if I give you an alternate option that I will convert your existing vehicle to electric, but it is going to charge around 90,000. Will you convert your Splendor to electric?
Still not for Splendor. Maybe if I have a two vehicle option, two bikes option. For example, I have a Splendor for a daily commute and as a super bike or something. Not super bike, at least a Pulsar range or 200 series. And I don't want to spend much on petrol. And I can convert that in the style of this Pulsar and with an EV option. Then I would have thought about that. And also the range also considered. Is 89 range is really low for a scooter or bike, whatever it is at least more than 100 or 150, that range should be optimal.
Okay. So again, imagine you are a delivery boy who is earning almost 30 to 40,000 per month. And if I give you this option, will you go for that? Spending 90,000 to convert your motorcycle to electric, and you are just earning 30 to 40,000 per month.
So need to
Also in
calculate fuel cost. Need to calculate the fuel cost. We need to calculate the viability of go for the electric.
Okay, so great. The fuel cost, now I will tell you, the fuel cost is around 8,000 rupees per month. And if you go for, if you invest 90,000 rupees and you will be going around 80 kilometers to travel 80 kilometers, hardly it will take 10 rupees. At that moment,
I would consider still go with the Splendor because there is two, three factors, not only just real-time mileage or whatever. Splendor is for long decade, like, the reliability and people trust on Splendor. So we have a very nearby maintenance shops, the spare parts kits, whatever we can get it very cheap, and used markets are there. If I don't want to go to a new one, I can get a used spare parts for Splendor, whatever it is. And but new like use retrofit or EV bikes, what is the problem? There is no proper maintenance infrastructure, is not developed really well. And another thing is that there is no other used market for EVs or anything. So the maintenance cost, when I compare not only the petrol fuel cost, the Splendor again becomes cheaper option for me as a delivery boy. But here, how
okay,
the company, the Beja, sorry, this the hero trust, everybody knows how the hero is, the customer care, those things are very, like, service centers are very much everywhere. But here, now they promise, okay, we give you a 8 lakh or a 3 lakh kilometers of warranty of the battery. Now they, like, to enter in the market, they promise this one. Maybe after 1 year, they change the policy. Companies do this like that. Okay, we say we change the policy now. Now we are not giving this 3 year, that is previous things. Now we are not giving. But we know the hero brand and we trust the hero. So when they promise, yeah, yes, they do this. They deliver it. So that trust is there. And even we don't want to trust on hero. We know these Splendor customers. They know how their Splendor is. So the market has really, there is a lot of Splendor spare parts, whatever it is they have, and they are really good mechanics available in the country. Not original or the authorized dealer. There is a third party garages are there. They can do really well maintenance for the Splendor. But now EV market, only we need to go to the OEM or the authorized dealers to do the maintenance really well. Like small garages, they cannot do EV, then they think, oh, we cannot maintenance, we cannot do any maintenance. It's EV is completely out of our brain, like that they will say. So that is also we need to consider. So in that case, then I will go for
great,
Splendor.
great. Now, what if I give you an option? After converting your Splendor to electric, you will travel 120 kilometer in a single charge, which is on road, on double seat. Again, you don't have to invest a single penny to convert this motorcycle. So your investment is totally zero. I will give you 3 years of warranty for 3 years of warranty or 50,000 kilometer, whichever is first on the entire kit. And you can extend this warranty for 5 years by paying 8,000 rupees, 5 years or 80,000 kilometers. And you can put 4 people on this motorcycle, 5 people on this motorcycle. It doesn't matter. It is more durable than the existing Splendor. Then
But question is, why would you give a free of cost retrofit?
I will tell
But
you.
it's a business.
Yeah, I will tell you that. If this is the option, will you opt?
The
Then there
service
will
and
be hidden subscription model, something is there. So that we need to know. So so the cost of 1 lakh you are giving in a free of cost. Then there will be a
So,
subscription cost or something will be there. So what we need to know what is that, then okay, I will go or not
okay,
go. We can decide.
okay, great. So, you have to pay 62,000 rupees but not upfront cost. You are paying 8,000 rupees per month on the petrol motorcycle. You give me EMI. That EMI will be around 1,500 rupees, which includes 36 months EMI. It also has the interest rate in 1,500. So actually, you are saving almost 5,500 rupees from the petrol cost, and you are just paying me 1,500 per month for entire next 36 month. Now, what do you think?
Do you have any slide on the cost comparison? So let me just to look at.
I don't have that slide, but I'm just I want you also to think in this way. If I'm giving you an EMI option, you have to pay only 1,500 rupees. On petrol, you are paying 8,000 rupees. You are saving almost 5,500 rupees. So how much you have paid? And at this point, will you go for this retrofitment? Does it sound compelling to you? What do you think?
How it's possible, sir?
Yeah, I will tell you that how it is possible. But do you think if I give you this offer, is it compelling for you? Will you go for retrofitment?
Mm, I can consider.
What about other? I can feel there is a wind drop silence over here. Would you consider this offer or not?
Other
Yeah, sir.
audience,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, it's very compelling offer. Definitely, from the perspective of a delivery boy, the cost, whatever he is earning, and that is something which is very important to him. And whatever is been pocketed at the end of the month, that is also very important to him. And in this scenario, the vehicle is not his what you call leisure vehicle. It's a point A to B vehicle where look at a vehicle from the perspective of earning. So definitely, it is compelling.
And this is what we have done in the retrofitment. And it took us almost 5 years to come at this point. And I will tell you how I have made it possible. I have a short video also, and I will show you that video too. And later on, I will also share you how you can do this. You don't have to target the entire audience. You just have to target the niche. The niche which we have chosen is the delivery boys, the salespeople, and the people who earn at least 40 to 50,000 per month or below that. So that is what we have targeted. So when we talk about retrofitment, till now we have discussed like it is not affordable, but you can make it affordable. You can use EMI option. Again, there are a lot of things which you can use to make this affordable. What we do within 60 minutes, we convert the existing motorcycle to electric. Next thing, we are using the same infrastructure of that vehicle. And if you want to charge, you just need a 3-point plug. That's it to charge this vehicle. And again, one thing which we are trying to do is like we will be installing the charger inside the motorcycle itself. You just have to open the wherever you are going to fill the petrol, you just have to open that point, just remove the socket and put it into the plug. You don't have to carry the charger also. So every single thing will be inside the vehicle itself. So wherever you go, you just need a 3-point plug and no need to carry charger. So these are the things which we are trying to do, and how you can make it affordable, how you can convert these vehicles into electric at very fast, so that you can increase the production rate, you can increase your sales, and how you can utilize this existing vehicle's infrastructure itself to make your vehicle EV. Now, the best part of retrofitment is that there is no additional maintenance or repairing cost is required, because already those mechanics which are right now in today's time, they are very handy on these petrol vehicles. If you say Splendor, they know each and everything about the Splendor. So what I'm going to do is like I'm going to tell that mechanic, you just have to fit my retrofitment kit using just nut and bolts. You don't have to weld, you don't have to cut. With the help of just nut and bolt, you have to put that, you have to remove engine and exhaust. Once you remove engine and exhaust, the complication reduces a lot. What we have done is like we have designed and manufactured an automatic gearbox. We are not going for 3 kilowatt of motor. We are going for 1.5 kilowatt of motor. And that 1.5 kilowatt of motor is giving the best result than a 3 kilowatt of motor. Because after the motor, we are having a gearbox, which is a single stage gearbox. Can you anyone tell me, using a gearbox in EV, will it work or not? I just
Actually, we are
assume that,
using speed reduction gearbox in EV actually to reduce to control the motor torque. We have one reduction gearbox in the vehicles. Because motor torque will be higher, so we have to reduce
correct,
the motor torque. We are using reduction gearbox. We are using.
correct. So I'm not using any belt drive. I'm using the same chain drive system which is on the vehicle. And again, there is a gearbox. So what we have seen is like, when I was retrofitting earlier in 2000, almost 21, 22, what I have tried is like, I had tried to replace the rear sprocket, which is almost 41 teeth to 70 teeth sprocket. So my whole idea was like, install the 70 teeth sprocket over there so that the sprocket ratio will increase. Once the sprocket ratio is increased, I will get a good torque, and the initial acceleration or pickup, which we say, the current consumed at that point will be reduced and there will be minimum stress on the battery pack. I tried that and I failed in this, because if I want to put 70 teeth sprocket, the sprocket size is huge. And what happened? Installing that sprocket into the vehicle is very easy. But if I change from Splendor to Bajaj or TVS, the sprocket design is changed. So for every variant motorcycle, I have to design this sprocket. Again, there was one issue, the rear suspension. This sprocket was touching to the rear suspension, which is not good. Then what we have done is like, we went to the mechanic and we said that this is what we are going to do. The mechanics were like, no, sir, if you use the 70th sprocket, then what will happen? All the people will, they, if anything happens to the sprocket, they will have to come to you every time. And if they come to you every time, they will say that it's not a good model. And the question was like, if I'm going to use 70 sprocket, then the center distance and the length of the chain, again, it will be increasing. If the length of the chain is increasing, then I have to buy extra chains. So every single time to convert one motorcycle, I should have extra chain available with me. So that is another expenses for me, which I thought it will be good, optimal, but no, it wasn't in terms of production. Then what the mechanics, these people, what they have suggested, sir, use the same sprocket ratio. If you use the same sprocket ratio, then people won't have any kind of trouble because the vehicle will be as it is. Now the question was in front of my eyes was, if I use the same sprocket ratio, then I have to use 3 kilowatt or more than that motor so that I can get the best of best output. But if I go for 3 kilowatt or 4 kilowatt, the cost of the retrofitment kit will be high. If it is high, then again it won't work. Again, if I choose a 3 kilowatt motor, it will be like 60-volt motor. Now to build a battery pack for 60 volt, I won't have ample of space, but I don't want to go for 60 volt or 72 volt. I have stick to 48 volt. Then I have calculated the ratio, how much torque is required. And after that, I've decided to build a single stage helical gearbox, which is very customized and very compact. And I have successfully built that. And after that, whenever people drive this electric motorcycle, they are smiling and they are just ready to buy. Even they are like these delivery boys, they are like that. We don't require that certification also. We are ready to buy this kit. So, such kind of things has happened. Now, how, we can go to this? Before that, I will focus on the policies. Currently, for retrofitment, there is no subsidy. So if you again calculate the entire cost of the retrofitment, say if it is goes to 60,000, 70,000, you are not going to get any kind of subsidy on that. Subsidy which you are getting, it is for the new electric mobility. Or if you are going to build different chemistry other than lithium, or if you are going to build the entire few kilo gigawatts of factory in India, then government is going to help you. But for the retrofitment, there are no subsidies. Now the again question is, what if FEM2 subsidy is closed for the new electric vehicle? What will happen to the cost of this vehicle? Will it boost or will it remain as it is or will it go down? What if all the subsidies are over? Then what will happen to the cost of new electric vehicles?
It will rise.
The rate will get increased if there is no subsidy, I think so. Or it will get reduced.
Reduce, there
Not
is no
aware
option.
to common people.
It is obviously going to get increased or it will stay as it is. And just imagine what if the cost of the vehicle has been increased and your cost of the retrofitment stays as it is. Then what do you think? Will you think of converting or not?
Cost of retrofitment is less. We can go for conversion instead of buying a new one.
Okay. From the audience, how
Because
many of your startups, is there any startup founder in the audience?
Please
Yeah.
raise your hand if someone from startup company. Kalaivani, I think your company is also startup.
Yes, yes. So
Okay, now I will tell you how we people as a startup think when we talk about subsidy. If the cost of my vehicle is coming 1,20,000, what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell the government the cost of my vehicle production cost is 1,50,000. Then government is going to give me 10 to 20% subsidy so that I can get more profit. This is what we people are going to think. And if the subsidies are closed, what will happen? For first 2 to 3 years, I have got much more profit because of these things. And suddenly government stops the subsidy, my profit is going to reduce. To get more profit, I have to keep the cost of the vehicle as 1,50,000. But what I have done in that meantime, I have invested in more technologies. I have invested in more inventory. I have invested much into the machineries. So my investment has risen up. But as soon as the subsidies close, what will happen to me? My losses is going to increase. So this is how we founders, generally think when we talk about getting the more and more profits. Because the more and more profit we will be getting, the more and more work we are going to get. We can hire a lot of people. We can push towards technologies. But suddenly, if subsidies are closed, then again it will be a big headache on my psychology. But in case of retrofitment, you have a big advantage. If you are able to cost control on the battery pack, then you are the winner in the retrofitment. What we have done is like we are manufacturing the battery pack in our manufacturing facility itself. So I don't have to buy the battery pack from the third party. I can manufacture the entire battery pack in-house. If you are the third party person, if I'm going to take the battery pack from you, again the GST is involved over there. Again, your profit margins are involved over there. And if the cost of the per kilowatt is say 15,000, but I'm going to get the battery pack from you at 30,000, I am paying 15,000 additional to you. So obviously, cost of my retrofitment is going to be very high. It is not going to reduce. because again GSTs are involved. And what I'm going to do, that those costs plus my margin will be there, and then the cost of retrofitment will increase. But if you are able to collaborate with such kind of vendor who can give you this battery pack at lower cost, then again the cost of production will be reduced, and at that moment again you will, the cost of the retrofitment kit again it is going to get reduced. Then we will come on the motor and controller. So if you find any manufacturer which is local around you, so what we have done is we have identified one player from Pune itself who it's been since 30 years that person is manufacturing the BLDC motor in-house. And I'm getting that motor at very less cost, around 5,500 to 6,000. And I'm getting a controller at around 4,000. So the entire powertrain which I'm developing, it's around 12,000, 12 to 13,000. And since I'm developing the battery pack, the cost of the entire retrofitment is 30,000, 30 maximum 35,000. If you go for more variants, then it will go to around 40,000 or 50,000. So in this case, I am getting a margin of almost 10 to 12,000 rupees. From 10 to 12,000 rupees, what I am going to do is I am giving 1,000 or 1,500 to the mechanic. And what I'm telling you to the mechanic, you just have to fit my kit to these motorcycles. Rest will be yours. So one person, one mechanic to disassemble the vehicle, he charges or she charges 100 to 120, 100 to 200 rupees. Rest are their profit. And people are going to trust to this mechanic more than to people like us. So my franchisees are the mechanic, and in coming time, I'm going to clear you all these things, how it is possible. Even if you don't get the subsidy, it will be your advantage in retrofitment kit. And what we generally understand in case of retrofitment is just assembly of motor, battery, charger, and controller. But you are not thinking about the entire wiring system of the motorcycle. You are not thinking about the center of gravity. What will happen to the suspension when you change? The wiring of this retrofitment kit will be different than the existing vehicle. But again, the problem is if you carefully look at this vehicle, whether it is two-wheeler, three-wheeler, or four-wheeler, the wiring connectors, they are a bit different. And if you want to get that wiring connector, it will be a bit problematic for you. You can't go into the market and just get it very easily. So again, these are the issues. But what we have done is we have built one PCB where all these wire are just connected to those PCB. We are just soldering this wire over there. There is one integrated PCB which is connected to DC-DC converter, and that DC-DC converter is connected to the motor controller. What we try to do is like we try to simplify the things so that any person who get that kit to fit in their vehicle, they don't have to apply any kind of brain. With just existing vehicle, it is going to do. Then once you remove the engine and exhaust, what will happen? There is a big cavity available. And also if you refill the lead acid battery, again, there is cavity available over there. And how you utilize that cavity, that is your skill. Now, if you see the images over here, so this is the very first prototype which I have built. I hope you can see this image, both the image.
Yes, visible.
So in the first prototype, you can clearly see how I have mounted the battery, motor, and the controller and the rest of the system. Now, on the right side of this image, which you see, this is the actual vehicle which is running on road right now. You can see the difference in the, I don't know if I can zoom, yes. So this was my first prototype which I have built. And this is the retrofitted Splendor. And when I run this Splendor on the road, people are, people, they are a bit, whenever I go on road, they are like, really it is converted to electric. It is not, my point of view was like people should not identify whether it is converted to electric or not. So you can see all the system of this Splendor, which is as it is. But if you see the battery pack, the shape is very different.
Hmm.
And what I have done is like I have utilized the same cavity which is available for me so that I can build the battery pack. The weight of the engine is around 10 to 15 kgs. The battery pack weight and the motor weight also combines to nearly about 15 to 18 kgs. So I was able to manage my center of gravity. If you see this sprocket over here, it is the same as it was earlier. The entire system as it was earlier. And we have tested this motorcycle in really lot of conditions, in hilly areas, in rain, in every single thing. And when I talk about the charger, what we are doing is we are putting the charger inside the fuel tank. And at this point, where there is that socket where you are going to put the petrol. At that point, there will be 3-point plug so that you can just retract that plug and put it on the 3-point. It's simple spring. Like if you have extension box at your home, we have used the same mechanism so that we can have almost 2 to 5 meters of the wire. We can easily retract, put it on the plug, and again it will go back. It is. So this is what we have done into the retrofitment. And the starting price, if you want to go for 60 kilometer, you just have to pay 41,990. If you want to go for 80 kilometer, you have to pay 51,990. If you want to go for 120 kilometer, you have to pay 61,990. We are using LFP batteries, which is 3.2 volt and 15 Ah. So one cell cost me almost 350 rupees. But the size of the battery pack is low because the capacity of that cell is 15 Ah. I can easily build a 75 Ah battery pack. And since I am developing that, the cost of this battery pack is very less for me. And again, let me tell you guys, the if you want to win the retrofitment market, it's all about uh, quantity. If you are able to import almost 2 to 3 lakh cells in India, then it will be your cost. The cost of the cell will be very low. So this is how you can reduce the cost. You have to get more and more, and for that, yes, investment is required. Huge investment is required. But I will tell you, you can go for less investment also. But the thing is, like, you have to collaborate with other people in such a way that they will give you these components at very less cost. There are a lot of things which you can do. Like, you can collaborate with them and you can say that I will share my profit margin with you. You give me the cost at your base price, I will share the profit margin with you. So the more and more kit you sell, the more and more sale of that OEM also becomes. And since they are getting a proportion of the profit margin, obviously they are intact with you. So such kind of things, if you are able to do that, again, it will be beneficial for you. The next thing, how appealing you can make this vehicle after the retrofitment. If you are able to put some cover which is aesthetically good looking, then obviously it will help you a lot. When we talk about four-wheelers, so in four-wheelers, already all the system is going to be inside that body. So the vehicle is going to look as it is. Now, how you can utilize it? Now, what I have done is like, I have choose 48-volt motor. The reason is like it is uh, at less cost. If I go for 60-volt, then again the size of the battery pack is going to increase. The costing of the motor and the controller is going to increase. For me, 48-volt is readily available. For me, 48-volt controller is readily available. The entire system is easily available for me. So if I go for 3.2, as I'm going for LFP cells, almost 15 cells are in series and 5 cells are in parallel to build the entire battery pack. So it's 75 Ah, the peak. I can reduce the battery pack size also. And I have chosen daily battery, a big lithium ion, that is 321400 cell, because it is having higher capacity. If I go for 21700, the capacity is much low. And I will be having, if you see this battery pack, almost 208 cells were there inside this battery pack. And inside this battery pack, which is the new one, only 75 cells are required. So even though cost of one cell is much higher, but the cost of the entire battery pack is less than the NCM. So this is how I was able to, I'm able to manage the costing of this entire kit. And how much it's almost took me 40 lakh rupees of investment in the entire 5 years of span to come at this point. Lot of trials and error, lot of wastage. But right now the kit is very much ready. And I know every single bit where this kit can fail. And since I have developed my own gearbox, it is very handy for me, to operate this motorcycle the way I want to. If I go at hilly areas also, it doesn't matter me because the torque of the gearbox is much, much high. And whenever you are going to sit on the Splendor, you will be keep on smiling. And that smiling feeling, because of that happiness which you are going to get, people are ready to pay. Now, what do you think about this? Now, I want to know about you all, the way I have done, what do you think about it?
Great. I have one question, Saket. Is this kit is only work with Splendor?
No, any variant motorcycle below 200 cc.
Okay.
And you don't have to remove any part of this existing part of this motorcycle. You just
Hmm.
have to nut bolt it and you have to cut the fuel tank from inside. That's it.
Okay.
About service, maintenance
Yes,
and service.
it doesn't
Yeah,
need any kind of
Kanawai.
maintenance. Just 500 rupees are required to calibrate the battery pack in a year.
If there any problem in between running and our
No, there is no issue. Now, one thing which I have taken care of is so this retrofitment kit is software free. Because of the gearbox, the maximum load is handled by the gearbox. There is very less stress on the battery pack and the motor and the controller. So if you are having an ambient temperature of 50 degrees Celsius, then the temperature of the entire kit will go up to 60 to 65 degrees Celsius. It won't go beyond that. It has possible just because of the gearbox. I was able to manage the gear ratios so that it doesn't matter if you are three people, four people, five people sitting on this motorcycle. It doesn't matter. It will go the vehicle very smoothly.
What if any problem with the battery life or the controller damage or some short circuit happen? How do you do the
Yes, now
support and maintenance?
exactly. Now this is very interesting. What I have done is like I have tested this vehicle without gearbox and with gearbox. So one key thing which I have figured out is like if you are having no gearbox and even the motor size is like 3 kilowatt or more than that, the current consumption is bit high because the starting torque required is bit more. If you are in motion and if you are in consistent in motion, then current consumption is less. And because of that suddenly spike in the current, there are chances that there will be damage in the controller or inside the battery also. Now I am using Teflon wires. So Teflon wires are very good than the normal. So in the entire vehicle, Teflon wire has been used. I have taken care of the resistance provided by this wire so that even if the currents there is a spike, this wire will be able to handle those current. Second thing, there are three switches. If you want to on this vehicle, first the MCB should be on. Second, if you on the vehicle, your vehicle is not going to start until and unless you switch on the ignition switch. Third, which we are implementing now. If there is stand, then your vehicle, if your vehicle is on the side stand or middle stand, the vehicle is not going to start until and unless all these safety switches are on, then only your vehicle is going to start. Again, the BMS which we are using, it is a CAN communicated BMS, and we have implemented, we have, given all those, what I can say, data or algorithm in such a way that if the current goes beyond 50 ampere, it will directly cut off the current. The next thing, when we have installed this gearbox, what we have figured out is like, the capacity, the power consumption is almost 25 watt hour per kilometer. It is not going beyond that. And if you suddenly stop the vehicle and suddenly give the spike, the starting torque, after that, maximum almost 20 amperes of current is going to withdraw from the battery. So if you are consistent, hardly 8 to 10 amperes of current is going to be. So that is how we have taken care. And even though if anything happens to the vehicle, even though if anything happens to the battery pack, so the model which we are using is a franchisee model. Every district of each state will have one master franchisee. The purpose of the master franchisee will be to store the retrofitment kit. So batteries and all the components will be readily available to that. Under those master franchisee, there will be different franchisees. So each, you can say each village or each taluka, there will be one franchisee who will order this retrofitment kit from that master franchisee. So already the kit will be available, and it is mandatory for the franchises and master franchisee to have at least two vehicle ready over there, which will, you can say, for a demo purpose usable, but they won't be selling. If anything happened to this battery pack, and we figure out that it is going to take some few weeks, so these people, this franchisee, they will easily give you the alternate battery or motor, so that you don't have to stop over there. You just have to, for a short period of time, you will be replacing with those battery and motor with a new, not new, used one or the demo vehicle until and unless the issues has been solved. The next thing, we are providing few equipments that these franchises and master franchises will able to test the vehicle whether it is, whether the issue is too much or too less. If these franchises can figure out the issues, it will be solved over there itself. So this is the network which I am developing, and to create those franchises and master franchises, we are communicating with mechanics because people trust to them, and we are training them how they can solve those issues and how they can retrofit. And there is a benefit for that mechanic also. They can take new electric two-wheeler to repair, so their income is not going to stop. So this is how structure which we have created for this retrofitment. I hope I have answered your question, sir. So now I
Okay,
will
so
show you.
okay, yeah. So what is our point? Like what you are going to, you are with the host, like the, what you are about to tell us, like you are giving us a franchisee model, or you are trying to provide some training on this house, some this meeting is going, like where it is going to end.
Now my purpose to tell you all this is like, is like there are a lot of segments available in the markets where you can put your own retrofitment segment. So these are the various different categories which is available. How you can, start your own retrofitment startup, how you can categorize this vehicle, how you can, monetize this categorize. The entire point is like, just I will show you one video like how we are retrofitting, and then I will tell you how you can start your own startup with this retrofitment. uh, is the video visible YouTube?
No, no.
Screen okay, sir, but not video is not.
Yes, yes, give me a moment. Is it okay right now?
Yes, visible.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
हर साल हमारी पहली खरीदी हुई मोटरसाइकिल लगभग 3.2 मिलियन कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड इमिट करती है, जिसके कारण आज तक लगभग 2 मिलियन लोगों की मौत हो चुकी है। यही जो पहली हमारी खरीदी हुई मोटरसाइकिल है, इसके साथ हमारे इमोशंस बहुत गहरे जुड़े हुए हैं। लेकिन अंत में क्या होता है, यही हमारी पहली इमोशन वाली मोटरसाइकिल एक स्क्रैप यार्ड में जाती है, और हम नहीं चाहते कि आपकी पहली इमोशन स्क्रैप यार्ड में जाए।
Now, if you see this motorcycle, what I have done is like I have utilized the chassis space and I have created a base plate where the engine mounting points are there, and I have nut bolted this base plate over there, and on the base plate the entire system is installed.
इसलिए हमने एक प्रोडक्ट बनाया है जिसका नाम है एस्ट्रिक्स स्मार्ट किट। ये एक स्मार्ट इलेक्ट्रिक कन्वर्जन किट है जो कि कोई भी वेरिएंट मोटरसाइकिल इलेक्ट्रिक में कन्वर्ट करती है और बड़े ही आसानी से कन्वर्ट करती है। एस्ट्रिक्स स्मार्ट किट एक पेटेंटेड ईवी कंपोनेंट है जो किसी भी वेरिएंट मोटर बाइक को इलेक्ट्रिक में कन्वर्ट करती है। कन्वर्जन के बाद आपकी नई इलेक्ट्रिक बाइक 1 लीटर में 500 किलोमीटर का सफ़र आसानी से तय करेगी। एस्ट्रिक्स स्मार्ट किट में आपको रैपिड चार्जिंग का भी ऑप्शन मिलेगा, जिससे 80% बैटरी 20 मिनट में चार्ज होगी। स्मार्ट कूलिंग टेक्नोलॉजी से किट की बैटरी सेफ एंड लॉन्ग लाइफ है। तो रिन्यू करो आपके महंगे पोल्यूटिंग बाइक को ग्रीन एस्ट्रिक्स स्मार्ट किट से।
So, now the purpose of the entire talk is like how you can start your own retrofitment business. There are a lot of options available. There are a lot of categories are available, and if you are able to build a universal retrofitment kit, whether it is for car, whether it is for two-wheeler, there are a lot of chances for you to earn a lot of money. So to tell you the entire these things, my purpose was like still there are more than 40 crores of vehicles running on road. You can categorize one of your niche, you can target that, you can build your own retrofitment kit. And again, this is going to be, this retrofitment won't add any kind of extra traffic into the on road. They will just replace the existing vehicle to that. But the point is how you can make the entire kit affordable, how you can give the best of best performance, how you can utilize the entire mechanical system so that you can build this retrofitment kit. So that was my purpose, so that you can start your own startup for that. Okay, if you want the franchisee, we can talk. If you want to take the test drive of this electric motorcycle, again, we can talk and I can provide you all the details. And I guess the session has been too much.
I have a question, sir. There is, for
Yes,
example,
yes.
what you will do with this removed engines or the spare parts, the things which you removed from the vehicle? And also, what about the battery? How you manage when you talk about sustainability? What about the battery, like damaged battery, or what you will do with these batteries?
Now, okay. So talking about the engine, you can scrap the engine. There are a lot of scrapping vendors available. You can scrap the engine and it is going to get recycled. So additional, you can get almost 1,000 to 2,000 rupees after scrap. Next thing, what happens after the end of life of the battery pack? So it is going to take almost 2 to 3 years to get these battery pack end, or more than that. Now the point is, we are talking to few people who are actually recycling the battery pack so that we can sell them. One of the companies, Gravita India. So they are the leading recycle into the lead acid battery, and they are developing a recycling plant for the lithium ion also. So we can get this battery pack. We can utilize this battery pack for the small applications also, or we can sell these battery packs to the recycling people. So this is one thing. Until and unless these recycling companies are not there in India, it is very difficult for us to do that. We have to figure out from companies from China or Vietnam so that we can provide this battery pack to them so that they can recycle. But yes, in coming time, there will be companies in India who will recycle the lithium-ion batteries. So this is the way.
Do you actually do this, or we have to manage it our own?
So what we are trying to do is like we are trying to right now there are very less company who are actually working on the recycles of lithium ion. So we are trying to talk with them how much tons of lithium ion cells they require, and there is a huge calculation how much retrofitment we can do, how much time it is going to take to completely discard the battery pack, or how many lithium ion battery will happen. So it is in talk, or you can say it is in pipeline. As of now, currently, we are not doing anything. But yeah, all those things are in pipeline.
Okay, so for example, after 3 years, okay, my battery was like down, so I need a replacement. So what is the cost on this?
Okay, so at that time, first we are going to check your battery management system. If it is working, then the cost will be of the lithium ion cells only. We'll remove the lithium ion cells, we'll put the new lithium ion cells over there, so the cost will be of the lithium ion cells only. So it will be around 15,000 to 25,000, not more than that.
So that means within 3 years, I may need to spend on 25,000.
Okay, so the point is, it won't be for 3 years. The life cycle of this lithium ion cell is 2,500. So it will work around 5 to 6 years, depending on the usage of your vehicle.
What about the BLDC motor?
Sorry?
What about the BLDC motors? If any motors are damaged or any problem with the motor, if I need a replacement on the motor.
Okay, once if all your warranty is over, then the motor will cost you around 6,000. If it is inside the warranty, then it will get replaced or repaired.
So warranty means 1 year warranty.
No, the warranty is of 3 years or 50,000 kilometers, and extended warranty is of 5 years up to 80,000 kilometers, whichever ends first.
Okay. First of all, congratulations for this fantastic development and a purpose-driven solution. There are a couple of points. I understand that the costing for 3 years and over that also might be in the range of 1,500 to 2,000 rupees a month average. Or even if I need a replacement, or even if I need the battery to be replaced or motor to be replaced. So considering that, I assume that it will be to the 1,500 to 2,000 rupees a month continually after 3 years also. That might
so
be the
3
case.
years. No, that won't be the case.
Okay.
3 years will 3 years. That is the EMI.
Right. Suppose that if any serviceability is needed or replacement is needed, average roughly cost will be the same, I assume. So for the selling point, considering that if we consider that that is the cost of operation for the person, it's around 1,500 to 2,000 rupees. My question is, what is the top speed of the vehicle?
Top speed is 55 km per hour.
So this gets restricted to 25 kilometers per hour for the operations, right? For the user. Then?
The top speed is 55 km per hour, and you can easily go on that. There is no limit of like 25 km per hour.
But then any restrictions from the RTO side, because the retrofit, will it work on the registration side, the compliance side? What is the effect? Because when we talk about quantities, there might not be the objections, but when it goes to the volumes, people are knowing that these are the kits available. Then what is the compliance need for the RTO side?
Okay, the very first thing is like the kit should be certified from ARAI or ICAT or any vendor who is providing CMVR or CMRB, whatever the certification is. If it is certified, then we have to go to RTO. We have to communicate with RTO, and we have to provide all the certification details to them. Now, the reason we have made this kit universal, that below 200cc any variant motorcycle it may be, it will convert with just one kit. So I have to do the certification only once. After that, I don't need to do certify until and unless I made changes in the battery pack, in the motor or the wiring. Then only I have to go for the certification. So the certification is the one-time cost. Second is when we talk about RTO, if your motorcycle is more than 15 years, then you have to go through a fitness test. The fitness test will cost you around 5,000 to 6,000. Now, when we talk about fitness test, and if your vehicle is more than 15 years, and if you pass in the fitness test, you can use this same motorcycle, which is retrofitted for next 5 years also. And likewise, you can use this motorcycle for up to 15 years, the same retrofitted motorcycle. Now, the key concern of the fitness test is like if the chassis is rotten or not. And again, the pollutions created by the engine. Since there is no engine and exhaust over there, so that point reduces. The only things which these RTO are concerned is like the how the frame is. If it is strong, then again we are good to go. If it is rotten, then they will say that certain changes has to be made. So that is one thing. If the motorcycle is below 15 years, then your RC is required, our certifications are required, and other documents which RTO is going to ask us that is required. Then your number will remain as it is. So on your RC, instead of the engine number and all those engine related things will be get removed, and the kit details will be mentioned over there, and we'll be getting the green plate.
So for this registration of the new category of the vehicle, is there any cost for that one-time cost to be done?
Yes, one-time cost is around, it varies with the RTOs, but it is generally around 2,000 to 3,000 rupees. Now that is taken care by us in the bigger variants. In the smaller variant, which is of 60 kilometer, 41,990, customer has to pay 2,500 or 3,000 rupees.
Understood. So that is a part of your subscription of the EMI part, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So it will be converted and it will be officially passed by RTO. And you already got the certification from ARI for this kit, or
we are in the process of certification.
So how much time you will be needing to do it? Like somebody, if you want to take a category, what are the hurdles and what is the timeline you think you have gone through? Can you just highlight
so
because
yes,
that
yes,
is a
yes.
crucial aspect of the bringing such model in the market.
Yes, exactly. If you choose any kind of category which you want to retrofit, so there are two things. It may take 3 years, 4 years, 5 years also for you to get certified. It may take a lot of money. But if all the components of your vehicles are certified earlier itself, and you have all the documents with you, like your company registration, if you have patent documents are there, then you have all the simulation details with you. So whatever the documents are ARI has mentioned with you, if you have all those documents with you, all the certification with you, then it will take not more than 2 to 3 months to get your vehicle certified. But if anything fails, then again you have to do the testing again and again, and it will cost you a lot. So what I suggest to many people who wants to start the retrofitment is there are a lot of companies who actually do the ARI testing at very less cost of that, because the compliances are same for the testing. They do that at very less cost. So to get your vehicle tested over there first, if anything happen to the vehicle, get it rectified. And once you are confident and once you get to know that yes, it has passed all the tests which ARI is going to do, or ICAT is going to do, or any other governing body is going to do, then and then only go there, so that you can save the time. You can have all the reports with you, get all those components, ANSYS or any other simulation software, simulate, so that all the documents will be available with you, and you can just go to ARI or ICAT site. You will get the documents from there itself. So if everything is with you, then it is going to take very less time. But yes, costings are a bit high, but if it is certified earlier, then again the costing can be reduced.
Considering one cycle, like I am aware of the vehicle process, but I just wanted to understand the retrofit kit process. So considering that it gets passed through in one single go with a consultant, and what is typically the timeline and the cost indicator, like what it has taken for you to work out a budgetary estimate for that?
So we have literally like we are looking for investment for that also. The ARI budget which we have allocated is like around 35 lakhs, and 5 lakhs budget is for the lab testing. So the process which we are going is like since the battery pack is built by uh, our own company, it's built in-house. So first we are testing the entire kit with one of our vendor which is in Pune, who have all the machineries, and they are giving this test at less than 1 to 2 lakh rupees. So the first step which we are doing is we are testing our vehicle over there. We are testing whether all the component complies with the ARI norms or not, with the certification norms or not. If there are any changes which we need to do, we are doing that. The next thing which we are going to do is like by the end of this month, we will be getting all the reports from that company. And once we know that yes, it complies all the certification, then we are moving for the ARI testing. And before that, we have got all the what I can say, documents that I need to submit, all the reports which I need to submit. So I am already preparing all those things, and I have communicated with them. They said that all these things are required from your side. So all the testing reports which I am doing, all the pattern and all the ANSYS simulations which I am doing, I'm going to provide that. And from them, I got to know that it once you are done with all these things, then within just 2 to 3 months, your vehicle is going to get certified.
Any cost indication? 35 lakhs, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And one just quick question. I heard that patent a number of times. So if anybody is thinking of a similar retrofit kit, what should be they aware of that it should not cross Saket's patent?
So the patent which I have taken is like I have created this kit universal. Now, if you don't want to cross this patent, you have to think like what new things you are going to implement. Because in motorcycle segment already again two patents we are applying. So what I can say is like we are trying to create a monopoly of retrofitment in two-wheeler segment. But you can go for moped also. Moped in mopeds and scooter there are, I don't think there are any kind of patents over there. You can go for other segments also, but still, if you want to create a retrofitment for two-wheelers, that is specifically motorcycles, there is one segment which we haven't touched is of high-performance motorcycles, which is 350cc, 500cc, 600cc, or more than 200cc, 220cc. So you can go for that also. That is category which is available right now.
Got it. Thank you very much, and wish you all the best.
Okay, thank you, Chetan.
So we are open for question. Is there any more question from the audience? We can take now, or we can conclude the session here. Is there any
Yeah,
question?
one quick question.
Yeah.
Right now are you in the business or not? Are you selling the kits or those are just under testing?
So we have done the pre-bookings and we are just waiting for the certification so that we can deliver
All right.
this kit to them.
All right. So the what do you call the franchisee part and all that you have said is it will be, it will commence after your certification, right?
Yes.
All right. So yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Is there any question more? Okay. So one question from our registered participant Harshad Bokil. He put his question online. As a business, what profit margin a retrofitment company can operate on per unit basis?
So right now the profit margin, which the net profit which we are getting, removing taxes and every single thing is like 5 to 6,000 rupees per kit.
Okay. Okay, I
For
think
one vehicle, how many days we have to do a work on one vehicle, or moped or motorcycle?
Like what kind of test?
No, not a test. If you start a work from today, after how many
Okay.
days we will complete that work?
So it depends how much resources you are having. When I started this, I didn't had any kind of resources. Even I wasn't a business mindset person. So I have to learn each and every single thing. I have to reach various incubator for the funds. If you have 50 to 60 lakhs available with you, or even if you have at least 10 lakh rupees available with you, you can give a kickstart to this retrofitment business. But for this, obviously, you require mechanical and electrical hand with you. That is very crucial. I am a mechanical person. I myself have manufactured various racing vehicles. My CTO is a electrical engineer who earlier has worked with Tata Motors to install their charging station. So we are having a good bond, and we have that knowledge with us. So if you have that knowledge, so it will take at least 5 to 6 months to build a very good retrofitment kit, and then you have to test the retrofitment kit for at least 4,000 kilometer. Once you go for that much kilometer, you will get to know every single bit of that vehicle. You will understand how it sounds. You will understand where it fails. You will understand every single thing.
Okay, thank you.
In a short, could you please share your startup story, like how you started from background to here?
Okay. So in 2018, I started a startup called as SkillDX. I used to, before 2018, I used to do racings at go-karting and more than go-karting level. So even I have participated in various national level karting events. So I have manufactured go-karts, almost 2 to 3 go-karts, one rally car, which is double-seater, one single-seater ATV. So I'm having that knowledge with me. So at that point, there was a company, I forgot their name. So they used to provide online training on how you can sketch the cars. And in 2017, I was like, if these people can teach online how you can sketch a car, then I'm having already a lot of knowledge in designing. Then why can't I do that? So at that moment, I took a subscription of 30 to 40,000 of one software where I can deliver every single thing online. And I started teaching online that how you can design a race car. And what happened is like, fortunately, 2 to 3 batches were full, completely full, because I knew whom to target. But there was a, lot of issues in me, like I don't know how to do business. Neither my family background was into business. My dad is a doctorate in physical education. So business mindset we didn't have. And I was like, I don't know how to handle a business, and I don't know how to run a business, how to manage all those things. So I decided to shut down SkillDX. And I did that. I shut down SkillDX, and I thought that I will go for masters. And and before going to master, just a few years, I will just work under a company. And fortunately, I got a job in one of the company where I used to teach to various universities how to do retrofitment. And there I learned, one day I was in Delhi, and you must be aware about Rapido everywhere. So I was traveling to one destination on Rapido, and that person said, "Yeah, I'm spending a lot of money on petrol, and if I want to buy electric vehicle, it is at that time in 2000, uh, it is 2020. Very few electric vehicles are there." Then I said, "What if I switch your current motorcycle to electric?" So he said that, yeah, it can work. Then at that moment, I used to teach already college students about the retrofitment. Then I thought, if I can teach, I have retrofitted Desire, I have retrofitted a lot of two-wheelers over there. Then again, it was like, yes, if I can do that, I can build a commercial product also. Then I quit my job, and I came to Pune. Then again, Pune has started to work on retrofitment, and unfortunately COVID happened. I have to move back to my hometown. And the big issue for me was that I didn't understand what type of company I should register, whether I should go for LLP or private limited. Then I started researching that. And then suddenly I found a video that you can get funds from Shark Tank by pitching. Then I started working on that. Then I realized that we have to create a pitch deck. These are the business model. And literally, a lot of questions were asked from the Shark Tank also. And unfortunately, I didn't had a product at that time. I just had an idea. So what I did is like, I didn't had any expectation from Shark Tank. So I created a short video that how this kit is going to be retrofitted, an animated video, and I posted over there. And I got a mail from Shark Tank that you are selected and you have to come to auditions in Mumbai. So when I went there and I have saw presentations of other startups, that moment I realized that, boss, I'm not the person who is going to do the business. And unfortunately, that audition was a big mess for me. I couldn't, there was very low confidence because there were 4 to 5 cameras in front of me. A lot of people were sitting. And after that, I came back. I decided to work on myself also on the business side. Then I went for various grants. Sorry. Then I got the grants. I got technical support from the incubation centers. And that's how I evolved myself. And I just got almost around 40 lakhs of grants. And I knew I have very less resources. And how I can utilize those less resources so that I can build this vehicle. And I'm very fortunate that I have got a lot of good people who supported me in the entire journey. So in short, this is my journey till now.
Yeah, congratulations. Very inspiring. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I think we can conclude here now. So is there any question? Then we will take or conclude.
Sir, this is Kaliman. Can I ask, sir? Only.
Yeah.
So,
Quick.
how many square feet needed for retrofitment workshop like that, sir?
Just to give a head start, 500 square feet is enough, even less than 500 square feet. But if you want to go for production, then obviously 1000 to 100 and 1500 is required so that you can have all the quality check instruments with you, all the machineries with you. But to give a head start, 500 square feet is enough for that.
Is there any auto kind of retrofitment available in your site?
CNG is
Passenger auto.
available. CNG is available, but not electric vehicle.
Why, sir? Because auto variant is booming.
The concern is cost. How you can reduce the cost of the retrofitment.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have only car and Splendor, two-wheeler bike.
Currently, we are working on two-wheelers, and in two-wheelers only motorcycles.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you all for asking questions. Thank you, Saket, for your valuable insight and experience you shared with our audience. I hope our audience will get a clear concept about retrofitment market in India and what business opportunity right now they have in the retrofitment market. So right now, Astrix EV is doing very wider in the retrofitment business. So if someone wants to join with Astrix EV as a franchisee, you can directly reach to Saket Dongre. Saket, I request you, if possible, you can drop your credential or contact details in the chat box. So if someone who wants to connect with you, they can easily connect. So once again, thanks, Saket, for coming to Gyaniki Tech Talk episode 69. It will be very insightful for us, and it's very interactive session that we have with you. And it's very you can get lots of knowledge about the retrofitment side, then the policy, then the product feasibility. It's a very nice session. Thank you, Saket, and thanks every audience for joining us today. So our next coming to the next program, 12th July, we have with us Mr. Sahil Pathak. Sahil is come from battery management company. Just quickly see, you can check the profile with his. If my screen is visible.
Okay, I have shared my contact number in the chat. You
Yeah.
can just connect with me anytime.
Sure, sure. So the audience who can miss the points from today's session, you can go through Gyaniki YouTube channel. Here you can see the playlist. All YouTube speakers you can see in the Tech Talk playlist. You can check all the videos and today's session as well. Thank you everyone for joining us today. The next session, we will meet with Sahil Anand Pathak. He is the director of Kairos Energy. The topic will be on the battery technology. So stay tuned with Gyaniki Tech Talk session. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Yeah. Thanks, Saket, for joining us today.
Thank you all. It was great and it was my pleasure.